Hey loves, thank you so much for tuning in. It's your girl Chanelle Novosey. This is episode 2 of You Just Might Like It. I have an amazing guest here with me today, my good friend Justin. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Our featured vegan restaurant today is going to be the Loving Hut in Norcross, Georgia. We ordered quite a few things and we just want to show you what they have, and we're going to get into some trivia later on, but first we're going to just open up some of these boxes and show you guys what we got. First off, we have some golden rice that looks absolutely delicious. I'll give you guys a close-up. You already know it with my other camera here. So we got golden rice. This is the spicy drum 2-piece. So they have some sort of a sauce that is right up here with it, but that's what that is.
No, it is made with bean curds though, right?
I don't even know. I just saw it. Everything in this restaurant is vegan, so I'm like, all right. But what do we have next?
Pot stickers.
All right, we got some pot stickers. I love me some pot stickers with some sauce. It's another appetizer.
I think I ordered pita, right, with some hummus, and I forget what's all in it, but yeah, pita with vegan stuff. But it looks good.
Yes.
Looks a little sloppy, so we're gonna see how this goes with this white t-shirt.
That's right. You want a bib?
I might need one.
That's the sweet and sour divine. I think it's just like rice, veggies. Oh, it looks great. Some tofu, some good
really,
sauce.
Can't really tilt it, but kind of.
These are curry puffs.
Curry puffs. Okay, so they're kind of like ragoons, maybe kind of, but curry.
Yummy.
We'll see how.
Nice. So I've been to Loving Hut one time, and Justin, you've been before, right?
I've been to the other location. They have another location in Sandy Springs. I've been to that.
What was you rated? Do you like it?
It was kind of a mixed thing. They had some stuff that I liked, like the vegan. What was it? The Philly cheesesteak was good. That was made with mushrooms. I like that. And they had a vegan hot dog that I wasn't too fond of.
Okay, I did see that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like the fake meat. Like if I'm gonna do meat, I'm just gonna do meat. But when I'm doing vegan food, like the whole foods, I try to keep it all natural. So
definitely. Yeah. Well, we're gonna get into this food because we don't want it to get cold. So we'll let you guys know what we rate, what we think about it, and see if you just might like it.
There you go.
All right.
That's the title of the show.
I'm gonna try the pot sticker, and you're gonna try the puff.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try this drumstick thingy. It looks good. It looks like real chicken, legit. And it has a sauce. Sriracha, I think.
Sriracha. Okay, I can do
I'm
sriracha.
not a fan of sriracha, are you?
I like it okay.
Really?
Yeah.
It tastes weird to me, but this looks like ketchup or something too.
But you're like spicy.
I love spicy.
So sriracha is probably a good base level for me.
Yeah, it's like too ketchupy to me. I'm like, I need some flaming hot food, so alright.
Have you had the spicy banana sauce, the Jamaican sauce?
Yeah, it's good.
I like it, but man, I've had the jar in my fridge for like a good 6 months, and I've just dabbed at it.
Really? No, I'm just putting it on all the rice and everything.
Oh, it tastes good though.
This literally looks like chicken. It looks amazing. I just cut it open. I'm gonna give it, right?
Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's not bean curd then. That's something else.
Do you think it's like tofu or something? What if it's actually chicken? I'm no longer vegan anymore. That's amazing. Okay, it's a little spicy.
Okay.
It tastes amazing though.
See, I think I would try anything twice except for relationships. Once I'm done, I'm done. But
No, for real?
yeah, I don't go back on relationships.
You've never went back?
No.
Ever?
No.
Wow.
Because the sequel is never good as the original.
That's true, but don't you think we live in this fantasy of like trying to recreate the same moment?
Yeah, people do for sure. But I already know. I mean, there's been times when I've gone back, just to, kick it or whatever, right? But not relationship-wise. No, once the relationship is over, either we gonna work it out, or we gonna stay together, or we just not.
Gotcha.
I don't do all that back and forth.
I'm guilty of going back into the actual relationship.
Nah, I don't do it.
No? Is it more girls that you think like I do and guys kind of think the way you do, or it's just individual?
I would say it's individual because I know a lot of guys that go back to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of like where people are at that time, and
Yeah.
we call it trauma bonding and all
That's
that
true.
Of stuff. So,
Trauma bonding is real. It is so real.
Sometimes people are in that same place, similar place to where they go back and it still fits, but in a toxic way. You know what I mean?
Listen, I've been there. I've been there. Got the whole book, read it front to back, and still went back. You know?
I think a lot of people have. I mean, I definitely was tempted.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
something in my spirit just tells me, don't do it. So I follow that.
I'm such a hopeless romantic. I'm like, we can make this work somehow.
I definitely have people try to get back with it.
Really?
Yeah, I've had some fun experiences, like cupcakes on my doorstep and stuff like that, like after we're broken up.
What?
Yeah.
They're putting cupcakes on your doorstep.
Yes.
What you doing to these women?
I don't know.
His AKA is Justin the Slayer, by the way.
Yeah, that's a new one. Nobody called me that. And a whole note too, like a whole handwritten letter.
Like what?
It was just like, I miss you, and everything you're saying, we can work it out, all that type of stuff. And I read it, I'm like, nope.
Did you eat the cupcakes though?
No.
You ate the cupcake?
No, I didn't for two reasons. I'm not a cupcake person.
Oh.
But the main reason was I didn't trust
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some voodoo or something.
Yeah, I know about the spaghetti sauce. I know about.
Disgusting. I can't believe people actually do stuff like that.
Absolutely. I remember an old OG told me that once, and I believed him.
Hey, what he said?
He said, when the women on their period, they would put their period juice in the spaghetti sauce.
That's so gross. It's so gross.
It's a thing though. It's a thing though.
Has it ever, you think, happened to you?
I don't think so, because I don't feel like I've ever been like whipped. Like if they tried it, it didn't work.
Has a chick ever made spaghetti for you?
I mean, there's been times, I think maybe once or twice, where they made it in the period, and then in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to eat this.
It looks like beef, like really, really looks like beef.
Because it tastes like it. I think it's fake though. I mean, with the consistency of it, I don't think it's real beef.
It's so good. Do you want some of this?
I'm gonna dive some more into this, but I'm gonna grab something.
And y'all, I'm greedy, so if y'all are watching these and you like, Chanel be eating, yeah, I be eating. Okay. I think my last episode, my friend was talking, I was just like munching down, and he was just talking. I was like, I looked over, I'm like, oh my God, he has not even touched his food, and I'm like over here smashing. So I'm greedy. I'm a huge foodie. So you've been a vegan before, and then you went back slowly to like a little bit of meat, right? Like,
correct.
If you can just tell the people your journey with veganism.
Sure. So I was vegan for about a year or so. It was part of my just journey in general of getting healthier, physically, mentally, spiritually, all that. So through the process of me getting physically healthier, I started removing certain things from my diet, like milk, like cow's milk, and that type of stuff was like the first things I did. And eventually I got to the point where I wanted to try doing vegan, where I was really preparing my food and really had an understanding of what was going into the food and kind of, what it took to, be healthy, like eating a healthy, whole food kind of lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So I was checking my macros and my micros and stuff like that, and found out that I was missing a bunch of stuff, like proteins and stuff like that, and I don't like doing supplements. So instead of doing all the supplements and all that type of vitamins, all that type of stuff, I decided just to actually go back from doing vegan. So for a year or so I was vegan and took it back. And now I go by the rule, kind of like the 80-20 rule. That's kind of what I call it. So 80% of the time I'm vegan, 20% of the time I do whatever, where I'll have meat. I might, have a burger or a pizza or whatever, but it's not part of my main diet.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm at with it now. And it works for me because I'll get my cravings out, but I also get that protein and other stuff that I'm missing.
Yeah.
But then it's not, my body doesn't overreact with it because I don't have it a lot.
Exactly.
So it's just part of my diet now. So,
I like that.
Yeah, so it works for me. Everybody has their own balance, but that's my balance.
Definitely. And I'm definitely like a non-judgmental vegan. Like everyone's journey is their own. Literally, it's very tough. Your body does go through a lot of changes. I've had quite a few changes in my body where I was deficient in stuff. I'm always like getting checked out to make sure my levels are good with my calcium, my vitamins and all of that. I do take supplements because I know I'm not eating everything that I should be in order to have everything, but that's my alternative. But I do try and get completely organic and vegan, cruelty-free supplements. Like, I'm very meticulous and picky with my supplements or whatever, but everyone's journey is their own. And I love that for you, and you're still healthy.
I think so. I think I'm about probably as healthy as I've ever been.
Definitely.
So I know kind of what was working for me.
Yeah.
There was an app that I was using. It was called, I think, Chronometer or Chronometer or something like that. That's the app that I was using for people that are interested in learning how to check your macros and your macros. You just put in your diary, what you eat, your diet. Yeah. And I did it for a good couple of months to help me kind of understand what I was missing. So anybody out there who's actually interested in learning how to do that, how to check that type of stuff, check out that app. They're not sponsoring this video yet.
Not yet. Yeah, but it's called Chronometer, right?
Yep, CHRONO meter, METER. So that's the one I was using. I'm sure there's others out there, but
definitely.
It worked for me. It really helped me out to understand what I needed to do to be healthy.
And I still think Justin's probably more vegan than I am. Because every time I talk to you, you're cooking something that's not meat centered, and it is like very healthy, very vegan. This man be getting down in the kitchen. What's like your best dish to cook that you really, really like that's a vegan dish?
I don't think I have a favorite because I'm always doing different
Or you go
stuff.
to.
Yeah, but I will tell you my most recent is I'm doing cauliflower, like buffalo wings. So with cauliflower, right? Mm-hmm. So I made my own batter and stuff. I don't know, but I'm using, I forget what kind of batter, what kind of like flour it is, but it's some other kind of flour. And doing.
Spelt or?
No, I can't remember what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's not quinoa. It's some other kind of flour that I've never used before, so it's new to me. Okay. But it's some type of grain or something. Okay. And cauliflower, and then making it kind of buffalo style. And they turned out really good. I made some last night, so I'll have them for a couple of days. So for people too, also, if you want some vegan spice to use the umami seasoning. I get mine at Trader Joe's. So it's umami means like, I think it means like everything in Japanese or so, but basically it's like the savory seasoning. It's made with like mushrooms and other stuff. So that's how you get your vegan stuff to taste savory, like meaty.
But it's not like sweet and sour.
Nope, it's savory.
Is there a difference?
So savory is more like sweet, more like meaty, like flavor.
I thought savory was like sweet.
No, that's sweet.
What?
Sweet has savory is more like a meaty, like.
Oh, and okay, I get what robust. Yeah. Whatever, it's not the same. It is the same.
No,
it's sweet. Savory is sweet. How much you want to bet?
We can bet.
Let's ask the people. If you think savory means sweet, drop a candy emoji underneath. And if you think it means meaty or hearty, I think is the word you're looking for.
Savory is just savory. I mean,
drop a piece of meat.
Yeah. Down in the comments. Let's see who's gonna win.
I bet you if we look.
Well, we don't know how smart your people are though here. So.
Oh, you're trying to talk about people unintelligent, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. They're gonna say, screw that. No, I think savory is sweet. Savory is not meaty. That's just hearty. Hearty.
So okay, like
feeling. No,
savory. It's
you're
like.
You're right. You're always right.
No, I'm not always right. Not at all. Savory. Okay, how else would I describe it? They're hearty or like a stew. You know what I'm saying? Something that's like. It's like salty plus like I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah. No, not sweet.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make me say it.
Sweet.
You're not gonna get me to say it. We'll see. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll have to Google it afterwards or see what you.
Look how cute his dish is. I'm greedy. Okay, y'all. I'm greedy. All right.
I'm a fairly light eater though in general. So.
Be kidding it.
You have to wager. What's our wager?
I have to be careful who I'm talking to here. The wager would be like me. skinny dipping or freaking running outside naked. Justin would be like,
you ain't about that life?
Flash. No, I'm not. I am. But I'm not.
For the PG version, you're not. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, no, I'm down. Well, no, I'm not down. I'm not down. So for the sweet and sour divine, I would give this a 6 out of 10.
Okay, so that was okay.
Yeah. It wasn't like the golden rice, that's 10 out of 10. I really like that. I think that the tofu is perfectly cooked. I like the flavor, the cilantro, you can taste it. If it was spicy, it would be a 20 out of 20, like 100%, but I like that a lot. This I would give a 6, maybe a 7. I'll give this a 7 out of 10.
I think you're being generous. Like for me, like a 5 to me is like baseline. Like I would eat it again.
Exactly.
You know, okay, so we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same page. If you watch my first episode with my friend Jerome, he's so nice. He was giving like the nicest critiques.
Really?
And I was giving stuff like 2s and 3s and like, and I felt bad because I'm a harsh food critic because I love
I feel
food.
like yeah.
Me too. We're on the same page. We're both Scorpios, Team Scorpio.
All year. Yeah, so sweet and sour, I would give like a 2. If I'm basing it off of like
The meat?
if I'm trying to be objective, right? And I've had better sweet and sours. Like I'll eat it on occasion, but to me, out of the sweet and sours that I've had, that was like I wouldn't get that one.
I get that.
So this one I would give like a good 8.
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah.
I liked it, and the flavor and everything is good in it. So I mean, it's doable.
Okay.
It was something I would probably choose definitely before the other one.
Okay. You want more or you good?
I might dabble a little.
Yeah. So the pot stickers, what are you giving it?
Pot stickers, I would give. I didn't care for those too much.
Yeah.
I love pot stickers.
Me too.
So I feel like those are just okay. I would give those like a 4.
I will put them in the air fryer for a little bit longer and
Yeah,
get like a nice little crispy roundabout.
they're a little
and
mushy on the
yeah,
inside.
definitely.
Yeah.
But as far as flavor is concerned, they have it. It just needs to be cooked a little bit more pan fried on the outside, but keep it nice.
But it's a pot sticker. I mean,
I like pot stickers a little bit more.
I know what you're saying though. It's like it's in between. It's like it's not really like it's not really like soft outside, like sticky like or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't care for those. Like I love pot stickers and those were not my
Give it a
favorite.
4?
What's that?
You give it a 4?
I give it a 4.
Give it a 4? Let me see. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
And I'm a harsh food critic, but I see the potential. It had the flavor.
The flavor was okay.
The flavor is decent.
To me, it was just average.
And for it to be vegan, it's really close to the regular pot sticker.
That's true, like pork.
Very much close to the pork pot sticker.
I'll
But I'm a harsh food critic, so
I'll give them
understand.
that. I'll give them that.
The curry puff. What do you give it?
That one I might give I'll give that like a 9. So to me, that was my favorite out of everything.
Nice. I'm gonna give it a 9 too. 9 or a 10. I really like the curry. I don't even mess with curry like that. I'm gonna give that 9.5. So 9.5 for the curry puff. I'm not gonna go back down the list. I'm gonna just watch the video and give you guys my overall scale of everything right here. So for the spicy drum, I'm gonna give this a 6 or 7. I'm gonna go 6.5 on the.
I feel like you're being nice today.
Super nice. I haven't ate all day, so that probably has a lot to do with it.
We're gonna have to respectfully disagree. Okay. I'm gonna give that.
No, I'm here for it.
I'm gonna give that one like a 1.
Oh, okay.
I didn't care for it. I mean, I've had like vegan type things like that. Like I said, I make my curd, my bean curd, like nuts, and I don't feel like that really did anything for me. Like it kind of had the chicken flavor, but if I'm gonna go with anything that's like chicken flavor, that's not chicken, that would probably be one of the last things I would do.
Wow.
I don't know. I didn't feel it.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference. No, I enjoyed it. What do you think about the drink?
The drink is a 10. The drink is delicious. Both of them.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, these are delicious.
10 out of 10. And we're back with the second segment of You Just Might Like It. We're gonna play some trivia. This is music trivia. because Justin is in the music industry. So let's test his knowledge on some trivia for music. What do you think you'll do? Or how well do you think you'll do?
You know what? I should do well.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know, because if you just got random questions, then maybe not. But
Yeah.
you know, we'll see.
Your game.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm up for the challenge. We'll see. I mean, do I get points?
You do get points. There will be a tally, and so far, episode 1, Jerome had 10 out of 10 in his
Oh man.
in his he was sports because he's a personal trainer.
Okay.
So you're in music, so we'll see.
Okay.
All right, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
It's all fun.
Do the points do anything? Can I like win something with them?
Yeah, I will have something probably at the end of the season to give away. It might be cash related. We'll see.
It's like Chuck E. Cheese.
Something like that.
I just want like a finger trap.
Alright, so how the game goes is basically I'll read the question, give you multiple choice. You'll say your answer and then say final answer. And then I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Okay.
Cool. Alright, question number 1.
Okay.
Name the R&B legend who was killed by his father over a dispute about money. A. Otis Redding.
That would be Marvin Gaye. I don't even need a multiple choice.
Alright, that is correct. Final answer.
Final answer.
Yes, that is correct. Singer and songwriter Lionel Richie once led what R&B group?
Commodores.
Oh, come on!
Hey, come on.
Final
Come on.
answer?
Final answer.
That is correct. See, you were worried.
Let's go.
All right, question number 3. What is the name of Lawrence Parker, who was called one of the pioneers of hip hop in rap? A. Warren G, B. LL Cool J, C. Jam Master J, or D. KRS-One?
Okay, now this one I don't know. I know it's not Warren G, and I know it's not LL Cool J. So that leaves Jam Master J, or you say KRS-One, right? I don't feel like it's KRS-One, but Jam Master J. I mean, Lawrence Parker doesn't have the name of J, and I don't know what that would be.
All right.
Do I get like a hint? Is my logic sound so far? Is it not A or B? Can I
Your
eliminate A or B?
logic that sounds very much correct,
I can eliminate
but I
the first
can't.
two.
I can't help you, sir. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
It's gotta be J Master J.
Final answer.
No?
Final answer.
Yes.
You gotta say final
Final
answer. It's KRS-One.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. You only got one wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Which inspirational gospel singer performed at J.F. Kennedy's 1961 inauguration? A. Shirley Caesar, B. Mahalia Jackson, C. Betty Wright, or D. Lena Horne? I know, right?
Okay. So I'm gonna guess Shirley Caesar. Final answer.
Mahalia Jackson.
Mahalia Jackson. That was my second guess. Man.
I don't even know how to say her name.
Mahalia.
Mahalia? Yeah.
That was my second guess. Okay.
Question number 5. Musician, singer Charlie Pride sang this type of music. A. Country/Western. B. R&B.
Country. Final answer.
Okay, big chest.
Yeah, I know Charlie.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
No, I can't put the chest out just yet.
You gotta get your point back, right?
Let me re-up on these points.
I love it. See, you got this. Question number 6. Jeffrey Osborne was a member of what group?
LTD. Final answer.
Oh, wow. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. I don't know
Love,
what that
Togetherness,
is.
and Devotion.
Listen,
He did that
that's-
song, Can You Woo Woo Woo?
Hey.
Remember that song? No?
I thought he was white.
No.
He's not.
No, there's the Osbournes.
That's what I was thinking of.
But that's Donnie and Marie
Yeah.
and their family. They were like...
No, like the
Yeah,
like,
that's Osmond.
Oh,
Osmond.
see?
Yeah, Donnie Marie Osmond.
No, different. All right, this one's easy, slight work.
Yeah?
Question number 7.
You say that.
It is. Clifford Harris' rapper's name is.
Oh. T.I. Shouting. Expeditiously. Final answer.
Final answer.
Expeditiously.
Expeditiously. You got that.
Okay,
Question number 8. Can you tell the soulful singer's name whose real name is Patricia Louise Holt?
What?
Yes. A. Nicole Mullen. B. Patti LaBelle. C. Toni Braxton. Or D. Roberta Flack.
Give me the name again.
Patricia Louise Holt.
Patti LaBelle. Final answer. I'm like, hey.
That was a wild one though.
That was a little bit, yeah, but I like Patti, Patricia. I like.
Question number 9. Blank was the only group to ever record and collaborate with both Biggie and Tupac.
Bone
A.
Thugs in Harmony.
Come true. That is correct. Look. Question number 10. Can you tell the popular rap artist's real name is Navarius Wilburn? What? Nayvadius? Wilson? A. Black, but the 6 is in the front.
Okay.
It's still black though, right?
Some people call him 6 Black.
Some people call him 6 Black.
Some
I
call him
like
Black.
6 Black.
I don't know.
Yeah. Future, Birdman, or Young Thug?
I don't know this one. My guess is Young Thug. Final answer.
It's Future.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you pronounce that?
Don't ask me.
Navadius?
Navadius. Sorry, y'all. Navadius.
That's why he goes by Future, right?
That is why he goes by Future. Okay. That's okay, my friend.
Man.
You got 7 out of 10.
Future.
You still did good. Future messed you up, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did good. You still did good.
Alright.
You did great.
Okay.
Great,
Okay.
great. Let's see how good you do with your black card. Are we gonna have to revoke you?
Look, I got my hip hop card almost revoked. I might leave here with nothing.
You got 7 out of 10. 70%.
That's
Strong.
But I like to be an overachiever.
I am too. I feel you. It will crush my heart too. All right, so here we go. This is the final game. This is Black Card Revoke. Justin, are you confident that your black card will not get revoked?
You know what? After that music game, the hip hop trivia, I'm not sure. So we will see. I may leave out of here a white woman.
All right, so it's gonna be 10 out of 10. I'll give you a question, give you multiple choice again, and you have to say final answer. Okay?
All
Cool.
right.
You got this.
You
got
said that
this.
last time.
I promise you. Finish the line. 15, 30, 37, 38. Do 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 do.
I have no idea.
What? What are you talking?
What?
Finish the y'all. Oh, this is gonna be horrible.
What?
Justin.
Is this from a movie or something?
Yes.
See, I never watch movies. That's my.
Don't fail me like this. Don't do this to me.
Don't do this to me.
Don't do this to
Don't
me.
do this to me.
You cannot be getting revoked on here. Let's try this again.
What is it? What's the answer? It's
It's
multiple choice. I thought
Answer the question.
you said multiple choice.
Finish the line. 15, 30, 37, 38. The comments are screaming. The audience is screaming right now. They're like,
Yeah.
Okay. A, 25, 47. B, 45, 67. C, 85, 37. Or D, 45, 47.
What is this from?
What are you talking about? You're killing me right now.
What in the world? I don't know. D. I don't know.
Yes. 45, 47. This is Day getting a lottery ticket from what are we talking about? Friend. What is happening? Take a drink.
Yeah, I'm right.
We need a moment of silence.
I got it right though.
You did get it right.
Okay.
With the struggle.
I did. I struggled too. But hey, that's my okay. So for y'all out there, one of my weaknesses is I don't watch movies like that. I'll watch
This
it
is from 2000.
I know, but I'll watch a movie one time and then I don't think about it. Like for most movies, and I have a really hard time remembering quotes and stuff like that. That's just not my thing.
You're right. I'm sorry.
So no, it's okay.
You're good.
But I got it right. But I was struggling. But for y'all out there, movie stuff, I'm just not. I'm not into movies like that.
Okay,
I'm not the type of person to quote movies and stuff.
You got this. On the show, Wayne and Brothers, what is the name of Pop's singing group? A, the Temptones. B, Pops and the Family Stone. C, the Temps. Or D, Pops and the Rolling Stones.
It was A, right? Final answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember Pops?
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
All right.
On the show, Living Single, how was Khadijah and Sinclair related? Cousins, sisters, roommates, or friends?
Ooh.
Khadijah and Sinclair from Living Single, how were they related? Were they cousins? A, B, sisters, C, roommates, or D, friends?
I don't know.
We are living.
They were just friends, weren't they? I don't know. Keep your head up. What?
Keep your head up.
Either they're friends or cousins. I don't know.
You gotta guess one.
Which one is it?
You gotta guess and say final answer.
I'm gonna just say friends. Final answer.
Friends, final answer? No, friend. It's friends. It's not friends, it's cousins.
It was cousins? Okay. It was one of the
I didn't know either. That's okay. Question number 4. According to the show Atlanta, what was the rapper Drake's nationality? A, Mexican. B, Canadian. C, American. D, Panamanian.
I don't know. So I remember that Justin Bieber was black, but that's not the question in the show.
Yeah.
D? Final answer.
Are you sure?
No.
Try again.
It's not D.
You're my friend. I want you to try again.
See, okay, same with TV shows. I watch them once, I don't remember them like that.
But you got this.
It's not.
We were just talking about this show.
I know, right?
Yeah, so Drake.
I know Drake. He's Canadian, but
In real life.
Yeah, but I'm
he's
sure.
not. So would they give you Canadian then?
No.
Yeah, so.
I know that.
So and then I said don't do the D, so.
So it's either Mexican,
Or,
American.
which is too obvious,
So Mexican.
basically.
Mexican.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I cheated, okay, same.
Thank you.
I don't
Oh,
want
man.
you to, yeah, okay. Question number 5. All right, you got this.
We might have to take this whole section out.
What is Kobe Bryant's middle name? A, Royce. B, Jeffrey. C, Rashad. Or D, Bean.
Is it Jeffrey? No.
Justin, I don't want your black card to get revoked.
I don't want
You're getting lighter by the second.
I know, right?
A, Royce. B, Jeffrey. C, Rashad. Or D, Bean. Kobe Bryant's I don't
Is it
know.
Rashad?
You gotta give me a final answer.
I don't know. What was A?
Royce?
Is it Royce?
Why are you asking me? You gotta give me a final answer.
Fuck.
You got this. You're so smart. You gotta feel it with your spirit. That's how I always play my games. I feel it within my spirit.
I'm not feeling anything.
I feel it.
I don't know.
You gotta guess one.
I'm just gonna guess Jeffrey.
Jeffrey?
Yeah.
And you gotta say
Final answer.
it is Bean.
Okay. So if my black card gets revoked because I don't know somebody else's middle name, then fine. I will accept that.
When a black person says they are around the corner, how far are they? A, 5 minutes. B, 15 minutes. C, they just left the house. Or D, just depends on who you're dealing with.
So okay, these are the black card revoke questions that I'm not used to. These type of questions.
Yeah.
So okay, is this one like an actual answer, or is this just like majority kind of rule?
I feel like it's a majority because I feel like
Different
you
people
can't.
answer.
Yeah, like you can't say.
I feel like most people probably say C, like just leave the house.
Or
Or it depends on who you ask.
yeah, so
I didn't think either one of those
So,
were viable.
which one is your final answer?
Okay, so I'm going with D.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah, okay.
You want to say final answer?
Final
I think
answer.
that's great.
Final answer.
Yeah, that's good. Alright, question number 7. Finish the lyric. If you don't jump to put your jeans on, A, baby, you ain't in the game. B, Texas up in this thing. C, gang, 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 gang. Or D, baby, you don't feel my pain.
Is it D? Final answer.
That is correct. Megan Thee Stallion.
I was like, what? I was like, why would I know that? But that's what I
just
figured.
feel like you would just
You feel like I would know that?
felt it.
You feel like I would know Megan Thee
just
Stallion?
did.
Okay.
Not Megan Thee Stallion, but I feel like you would have just gotten that right. You did.
Okay.
You did that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, question number 8. On the movie The Color Purple, which of the following did Miss Sophia have to fight all her life? A, daddy, B, uncles, C, brothers, or D, all of the above?
No. Is it all the above? I don't know. I just remember that goal. I had to fight all my life, but I don't remember.
You don't remember who she was fighting?
No.
You just know she had to fight all my life.
That's
I
all-
had to fight.
Yeah, that's the only part I remember.
That's
Like,
all
I
I
have no
remember
idea.
too.
I don't know.
Same.
It's not D.
You gotta, I'm not giving you any more. You gotta actually say final answer.
Okay, brothers. I don't know.
Not brothers, I don't know. You gotta say that.
Brothers?
Sir?
Final answer.
Brothers?
I don't know.
It's all of the above.
That's what I said at first.
No, you
I
didn't.
said all the above at first.
And I said you gotta say, I said I'm not giving you any more. You gotta say final answer.
Oh, I thought you was just gonna tell me if I was right.
No. Question number 9. What famous singer wrote Every Little Step I Take by Bobby Brown? A, Bobby Brown. B, Babyface. C, Devon Swing. D, Teddy Riley. Who wrote that song?
Oh shit, who wrote it?
Yeah. Which famous singer wrote Every Little Step by Bobby Brown? A, Bobby Brown. B, Babyface. C, Devontae Swing. Or D, Teddy Riley.
I think all those are viable, but I'm gonna guess. Fucking shit. I'm gonna guess Babyface.
And that will be your.
My final answer.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. That's
Okay.
correct. You are
Okay.
in the game too. This is a classic. Question number 10. The finale. Okay. The
Okay.
final question.
Okay.
Understand?
Final question.
Who is Prince Hakeem's silky smooth rival in Coming to America? A, Randall Watson. B, Tommy. C, Cleo McDowell. Or D, Daryl.
It's what's the first one?
Randy Watson.
Right? Is that who it is?
Why are you asking me?
Final answer. Right?
Are you thinking about it?
I know who.
His rival. His rival.
I know who he is. I can't.
Describe his rival.
He's a light skinned dude, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, it had all the money.
And
That's all I
so your final answer would be
know. I know. Okay, what are the options?
A, Randy Watson. B, Tommy. C, Cleo McDowell.
It's
Or
not Cleo
D,
McDowell.
Daryl.
Is it Daryl? Daryl's sticking out for some reason. But I thought he had a last name. I was waiting for a last name. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna say Daryl. Final answer.
That is correct. Daryl is correct. You got 7 out of 10.
That was a
which
struggle.
is great.
That was a struggle.
That wasn't a struggle. That's the whole purpose of it, is for it to be like not the easiest thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guys definitely feel like I need to.
Yeah.
You need to cleanse the palate just a little bit. Okay. Well, you did really good. I still think that was personally really well. So good. That was the Black Heart Revolt. I don't think I can have a relationship like that.
I mean, if they respect each other, you know,
Yeah.
it might be tougher, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you respect each other,
Yeah. Of
like
course.
me, like I wouldn't mind either way because I've been on both sides. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So for me, like if somebody was vegan, cool, I can do vegan most of the time.
And you definitely can.
Right? Or if somebody wants, like they're just not there yet.
Yeah.
You know, but
What if you were fully vegan? Could you date somebody who was not vegan?
It depends on how open they are, really. You know what I mean? About how open they are to just letting everybody exist in their own space.
Definitely.
But also, you know, vegan too, it's like, I mean, really vegan is, you know, animal products, including, right?
Completely alkaline.
Right. Well, I mean, including like leather and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
too, right?
Honey.
Anything animal, right? You know.
Definitely.
So, but I mean, I'm just from like a diet standpoint.
There's levels to veganism for sure.
Yeah. So some people, you know.
So you could, if you're vegan all the way, you would be able to date someone.
I mean, I think I could as long as they were respect what I'm doing.
If they just ate a lot of meat and
It
they were
wouldn't bother.
healthy.
It wouldn't bother me because, like, I know where I'm at. You know, it's not gonna take me anything like that to eat more than I'm going. It's kind of like the me and having to stop drinking. You know, I can be around people who drink, and it doesn't bother me. I don't have that urge to drink. I know.
Well, not so much as tempting, but I feel like on a spiritual side, feeling like you would be able to actually connect with them if they're consuming so much meat. I almost feel like, in a sense, and maybe it's just me, and I know we're going off center, but I do connect spirituality to detaching from meat and being a little bit more healthier. I feel like your pineal gland gets opened up more if you are more of a healthy eating, you know. It's so funny. My cat.
So from that aspect, see, I didn't look at being vegan for that same reason.
Yeah.
Like for like a spirit, it was more to me just like wanting to eat cleaner.
Definitely.
Right, but I didn't really connect it to like the spiritual level. But I can see what you're saying because I never looked at it like I didn't want to harm animals. That wasn't my reason for not doing it.
Me either.
You know what I mean?
Mine's just for my health.
Yeah. So some people, you know, do it because they don't want to harm animals. And
Yeah.
I get that. But see, my thing on that, and I'll get back to the other thing, is that I feel like if you're gonna, I mean, plants are alive before you pluck them from like the tree.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, where do you draw the line of what's alive and what's not alive?
Yeah.
Because everything is alive at some point. I mean,
Yeah.
You take an apple right off of a tree, it can no longer reproduce or grow. But technically, you killed it once you plucked it off the tree.
True.
Right?
True.
And I mean, and then there's fungus, right? Fungus that communicates with each other underground.
Right.
It have these sophisticated like systems and stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, what constitutes being alive? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is just like an animal that you can like recognize as having like you know, 2 eyes in the brain.
A conscious.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, you know, plants will grow towards the light. Does that make them alive because they can move towards the light?
They're very smart. I
You know
have
what
a
I'm saying?
whole garden
Yeah.
and they respond so different when they're close to each other, when they're
Yeah,
further away
exactly.
from each other. Yeah.
And there's plants that eat meat.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's
like
true.
literally,
No, it's true.
So it's like, where's the line? Of what's
Yeah,
alive?
that's what I don't do the vegan
so-
thing because of that.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope. It's like, where do you
It
draw the
is.
line? Because then, like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't eat like animals with 4 feet, but it's like, why?
Who says stuff like that?
You know, people say stuff like that. People's like
That's
rationale for being
crazy.
vegan is weird like that. Like to me, it's like
Wow.
okay, but then you can do fish or like I'm saying like what? It's weird. Anyway,
Do you, boo?
yeah.
Basically.
What was your other thing before that?
Basically, the spirituality
Oh, yeah.
part with the veganism. I feel like that's highly connected.
Yeah.
I feel like you become a lot more enlightened the less that you. Not to say it's always the case, because it's all about everyone's individual path. But I know for me, I feel like I've been able to have more enlightenment, more consciousness, downloads, if you will, and dealing with my trauma. I feel like I don't pass my quote unquote test. I don't really believe in tests, but we'll talk about that on a different thing. Being more, I feel like it's like, no, you need to learn this. It's more
Like challenging yourself. To
yeah.
like
I see me instead of blaming a deity or a god or something like that, and that I feel like is for me being more spiritual on and then food connection. I guess all of it is my thing.
But I feel
It's
like,
levels.
yeah.
It's individual.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it from like just like if you clean out your mind, I'm saying like if you put in a lot of dead stuff in your rock, you know what I'm saying, and animals and even plants or whatever, I feel like they all have some type of energy behind them, right?
But can plants transmute violence or
I
harm,
believe
like
they can.
when they say they kill a cow and
I
they're
believe
immature? Do you think plants have the same trauma?
Well, I believe so, and the reason why is because it's been proven that water carries water transfers that type of energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if water transfers that energy, everything that we consume has some type of water in it, right?
But water transfers what energy?
Transfers like trauma and stuff like that. Like it has memory, basically.
Okay.
Like that
Really?
molecule, yeah, it has memory in it, basically. So that's really where it comes from. It's not just like you slaughtering a cow. It's like anything that has water in it, like it stores memory, basically.
Gotcha.
And I forget the name of the tests that were done and stuff. But
Yeah,
did you ever see the?
tell me.
Did you ever see the test when like they had a bunch of water and they froze the water and then
Yeah.
one they like yelled at, angry at. And
Yeah,
then
yeah. I've seen
you
that.
settled. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Right? So, but everything has water in it, right?
That's true. That's true.
So, and also just on a broader scale, if you don't want to take it to that level, just everything is energy.
Yeah.
Everything is made of energy.
Everything is energy.
Right. So if everything is made of energy, that means everything can reflect or like transfer energy.
That's
right?
true.
So because energy doesn't die, right? It just changes form. So
It
that
just
means it
changes
exists.
form.
That means the energy exists somewhere. So if there's violence, all that type of stuff, there's energy that's somewhere in the universe, and if we can bring it on,
Yeah.
why can't anything else that has molecules, that has cells, right?
Consciousness.
Has some type, that also is living and growing and
Never thought about that.
taking in like the sun, taking in like the dirt, whatever. Like we consume those things, right?
That's facts.
We're consuming those things and we're putting it back into the universe. So it has to just keep cycling. So it exists, I think, in everything. That's the way I think.
Wow. I never thought about it like that. I haven't. It's so trendy to say like, oh, you're killing an animal and the state that animal is dying in is what's being transferred. I never thought about that on a planet thing. But I will say, I do think that if that's the case, then what did the universe, God, give for us to be able to eat if it wasn't plants in their natural states, and when they're ripe you can pick them and eat them and not necessarily be known to killing them? If that's the case, what is...
Well, that's kind of just goes back to you just like, I think you
who
just do
says what is
Well, I
right
think you just do
and
everything with honor and respect. I mean,
Yeah.
whether it's meat or plants, I think you just honor that, that entity, that energy, right? And we
Yeah.
consume it and just do it with the best intention. And that way you don't absorb it. Because I don't think, what are you going to do? Like, there's people that do it. I don't know how valid it is, but like eat air or whatever. That's
Yeah.
what we do here.
Yeah.
But it's like, realistically, most people diet-wise have to consume or something, right? It
Yeah.
has to be something, right? They have to consume, whether
Yeah.
it's plants or animals. So I think instead of trying to make it like, I think you just accept it that, we have canines because our mouths are meant to break, the chew, like hard, flat. That's just, our body is designed that way, so.
But did we not evolve that way because we became more carnivore? You can go into a whole rabbit hole.
You can go either way.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can definitely rabbit hole this sort of a subject, but this just goes to show this is how deep our relationship is and how we just have like these really dope conversations. And I do like that a lot about you is like, and I feel like I'm the same way. There's no right or wrong. We're very much like, I'm just here to learn, and very just free spirited and just open to knowledge or whatever, and there's no judgment with whatever you tell me or I tell you. It's just like a safe space with him, and so we talk about it off film but also on film. I just appreciate him. He's like literally like the best person, one of the best people in my life, and I'm very grateful to have you in my life, truly. So my relationships, thank you. No, I've been in some dark spaces and you have been there for me, and I really appreciate you. I feel like I can't confide in people the way that I've confided in you, so thank you.
Well, I'm happy to be a supporter.
Thank you.
Be a vessel. It's genuine, like genuine friendship, so definitely.
For sure, same here. Alright, so there's this viral clip going around, and this woman's talking about submission. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it's been on like every platform. She basically says that she spoils her man, and she's submissive and what makes a woman submissive or whatever. She was on Lovers and Friends podcast with Shin Boutron. If you haven't seen it, I did prepare it for you to see it.
What does a submissive woman do for her man? Everything. What does that mean? You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, they're always like, oh, how are you guys doing? And I'm just like, girl, he's Bryant. I'm like, he's spoiled Bryant. Like, he's Bryant. But I love that. Like, I want him to be that. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. And I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining, but my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's like, I'm just embracing it. Like, that's who I am. Like, if I love you, I can heal you. It's a joy. It is my joy. You know, I love to see him eating the meal that I cook. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep. And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes. And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop now. But I find joy in being your rest, you know? So know what that means. And that works for us because he wants what I have to offer. What are you getting from all that you're giving?
So that was a lot.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I'll say first that if their relationship works and is healthy, cool. My perspective of it is that I feel bad for her. That she believes that she can fix somebody or heal somebody. That's her mind frame, because the reality is everybody is responsible for themselves. And I feel like if you're, I feel like a grown man shouldn't be spoiled. I don't feel like she's talking, you know, and if a grown man wants to be spoiled, I feel like they have complementary issues in a bad way. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I see when I hear that. Because I don't think a grown man should be spoiled, and I don't think a grown woman with self-respect and with confidence would want to treat somebody that way. Of course you want to help. Yeah, of course you would want to support somebody or want to be that submissive where she is doing everything for him. You know what I mean? So I feel like she needs to find value in herself that is not connected to what she's doing for somebody else. To be whole, she needs to find what's good for herself and be whole within herself, detached from anybody.
Yeah.
So that's my first take on it.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm sorry that's her outlook on life. You know.
Have you ever seen this clip?
I have not.
Do you know who that is?
No. I know who the interviewer is.
Yeah, Shin Boutron.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Me too. Yeah.
But that's my first impression of it.
Have you ever been in a relationship like that where a woman was just super submissive and just pouring and just kind of like lacking in her own self-love?
Yeah, and I actually was opposite. Like we were dating, and she had been in a lot of bad relationships where that's how she felt like she was supposed to be. So we weren't even dating seriously, and she would come over and do my dishes and stuff like that. Just like, cause she thought that was what a girl, you know, what she was supposed to do, but being submissive. I didn't ask her to do any of that shit, right? But what I did, and not even being like intentional, just me as my personality wise, I tried to uplift her, and I said, no, you don't have to do that. You don't, you know, I don't, you know. And like she was very similar in her thought process. Like
as this girl.
Yeah, she felt like her value was based off of what she did for her man. Right, and I was like, no, not when you're around me. Like, to me, I lose interest. To me, that's unattractive because to me, it comes off as not having self-confidence. So to me, that's unattractive. I would want my woman to be a queen and to be uplift each other. You know, and I don't feel like anybody should be submissive in that way. I mean, I feel like you should be receptive to your partner's needs, right, 100%. But I don't feel like your value is based on what you do for the other person. Because what that other person is never going to be satisfied if that's your mentality, and you're never going to be happy with yourself if you're always trying to do more, because you can never do enough. Because it doesn't come from outside; it comes from within.
Definitely. Would you? So you broke it off with this girl who was like that, right?
Yeah, it was unrelated stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. So you said it turned you off basically, and she probably was attractive, and then she kind of became unattractive.
It was a little like
Yeah.
I don't say that wasn't the main reason we broke up, but
Yeah.
but that I find it unattractive when somebody's that submissive, because I feel like they're, you know what I'm saying, they don't have enough self-respect to be around me. I'm gonna say they may work for somebody when they're complementary, like opposites. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like trauma bonding, but you know what I'm saying. They have like the issues fit together well.
Right.
You
What
know,
part of it is dysfunction? Which part of it is like unhealthy?
To me, again, this is my perspective. To me, it's when you base your value on what you're doing for somebody else.
So the part when she said that her superpower was pretty much
Well, not just
pouring
that.
into her man.
Well, not just that. I mean, because her mentality is she has to rub his back and she has to predict what he needs.
Gotcha.
And all that, just that idea that you have to be on alert to cover whatever he needs.
That's true.
Like, what about yourself? How are you taking care of yourself? And if you're always like kind of like trying to anticipate what the other person's needs are to that degree, then there's no way that you can have a healthy respect for yourself.
Right.
Because that means you're not paying attention to what your needs are.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, it does. It's interesting, and I wanted to get your raw emotion and feelings from it, because I honestly am like that in some ways, honestly, and for me, it's not in that sort of a way, but in relationships, it has to be a both-way thing for me.
Yeah.
And that's the only way that I feel like it's healthy. I don't think hers is like that.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem like that.
I won't say I never, but I will say that the only time that I've been like that in that sort of submission is when I was in a healthy relationship and the person was doing the same thing for me. But then I was also telling them what I need and they would tell me what they need. It wasn't like studying them to...
I feel like that's totally different.
Yeah.
Because if there's reciprocation, right?
For sure.
Then to me that's healthy. But to me that's not being submissive. To me that's just
That's what I was having a hard time deciding what was technically submissive and which was actually like a mutual love for each other.
Well, I think by definition, if you're being submissive, then there's control on one side and then there's somebody with no power on the other side. So that's what I look at. Like, if she's calling herself submissive, to me that means the man is in control 100% of the time. And whatever he says goes.
Yeah.
So that means she doesn't have a say in the relationship. She does whatever he needs or wants. So to me that's big, right? To me that's what I got in it, right?
Yeah.
So that dichotomy of somebody with all the power and all the control, and somebody who does whatever the other person needs. Somebody who's the master, somebody who's a slave, right?
Yeah.
So to me that's not healthy.
That's not healthy at all.
But if there's reciprocation and you're just being attentive to your partner.
Yeah, just attentiveness.
Right.
But it sounds like she's mind tricked herself to think that it's like
that she's doing a good
that it's reciprocal, or that it's like a love language, so to say.
Or that it's honorable.
Honorable.
Yeah. To me, I get the impression that she thinks it's honorable for her to be that way. And, it comes off a little bit as like victim mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to feel like you have to like put yourself down, or not take care of yourself, or how do I say, neglect yourself for the benefit of somebody else.
Yeah.
To me, that's unhealthy.
Definitely.
Right? And to me, that's what I got out of that.
That's what initially I had a different reaction when I first watched it. I was like, oh, I can kind of see what she says because I'm an empath and I do pour into people, but it's not in an unhealthy way.
Right.
I've been in a narcissist relationship before where that person had a lot of power over me, or whatever, and I feel like really, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, she's an empath. she is a healer, and I understood where she was coming from because she kind of mind tricked herself into thinking that she's helping this man be a better man. And then I later on watched a video with Shan Boudreaux's husband, Jared Brady, and he was basically just talking about that this is Cam Newton, the football player, his girlfriend. For one, when I first watched it, in my mind, first off, I thought she was a wife. I don't know why. And he spoke about this, Jared spoke about this. He said his mind went to pretty privilege. And because she's so beautiful, you would think like automatically like, well, I know she's somebody's wife or whatever. This ain't like some little girlfriend or something like that. Yeah. But so when I found that out, and then also they were talking about how she was like, oh, my needs are second base. And she can't tell him what she needs. And she said she cries in the shower.
See, without me even knowing that.
You didn't know?
I had no idea who the person was. Like,
you know?
Yeah, but
and
I mean, you're saying what I got. That's what I got.
That's exactly what you got out of it.
Yeah.
I didn't pick that up originally. I literally just thought that she was in Hill, and so it was interesting. But that's why I always like to form my own opinions on stuff before I go or watch something else that is talking about it, because I think that a lot of pop culture is everyone on the same page and stuff. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I'm here for this. I understand that. But I thought it came from like a dual relationship where it was like,
it's mutual.
It's mutual.
It's what they call a symbiotic relationship.
Symbiotic relationship, very healthy.
And mutually beneficial.
Yeah, and that's where I found the similarity in it, because when I was in a relationship like that, it was beautiful, you know, and it meshed very well. It was not like obsession with each other, but it was just like this beautiful flow, like water, like we understood each other. And
no, what you're talking about, what you're describing, is beautiful. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's certainly not what and I'm glad that you didn't tell me, because I had no idea who she was.
Yeah, me either.
So I'm glad that you told me afterwards, because I now formed my opinion without any other context.
Yeah.
You know. But I mean, I got what you're saying. That's what I got out of it.
It's interesting from a guy's perspective how you got that out of it, and how I, as a woman, and there was a lot of women who thought the way that you did. She got dragged. They said she was psychotic. She was crazy. She's been getting dragged.
So I mean, that's not fair either, because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We only know one side, really. We don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think like I feel like there's different levels of relationships. And, you know, people do have relationships that may not traditionally work for other folks,
right?
And people might try to judge it, you know.
Yeah.
But if she is crying on the stuff, and you know she's sad about
shower,
then that, to me, that indicates that there's a problem, right?
And she said her needs were second base.
Yeah. So to me, that indicates that that's unhealthy, right?
Definitely.
But I will say, if there's an understanding of what the roles are, then sometimes it can work. An example that I use is like with Anna Nicole Smith and like the old guys that she was dating, right? Mm-hmm. They knew what they were each there for, right?
For sure.
Right, you know what I'm saying? They all had an understanding, okay, you're supposed to be pretty and I'm gonna give you money. But it worked for them. If they have an understanding and that's what works for them, cool.
He's a football player, she packs his bags.
Yeah. So that's the other side of it. If that's what the understanding is, right? Yeah. But it doesn't seem like she's really, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
She's really
if you're doing that without a ring, that much work, I'm sorry, but that's a lot to be doing without a promise and a commitment and something symbolic.
No, you shouldn't be doing it no matter what.
You shouldn't be doing that anyway.
It doesn't matter.
It's unhealthy.
In a healthy relationship, it doesn't matter whether you have a ring or not.
Yeah.
But, you know, as much as I read and study, I never claim to know anything. I just have my beliefs based on my perspective and my experience.
Yeah.
But I would never say I know anything, because anything is subject to change. If I get a new perspective, I could completely switch my thought, and I'm okay with that.
I'm the same way.
I don't mind not knowing. I like the process of learning and growing. That's what I enjoy. I don't care. There was a point for sure where I felt like I wanted to know everything, and I felt like I was right about everything.
Yeah.
Right? But I've definitely gotten to the point where I don't have an ego and I don't care. I don't have any interest in being right. I just have an interest in growing as a person and learning more and challenging myself and getting new perspectives.
Yeah.
So you can't know anything and think that way.
Definitely. See? He's just beautiful. He's just amazing, honestly.
So okay, so I want to say one more thing and then we'll get to the
Yeah.
end, right? So you were talking about the pineal gland. I
Yeah.
don't know, you may be aware, but
Yeah.
everybody might not be aware. You know what stuff you need to help to calcify the pineal gland?
Yeah, I mean, remove fluoride from
That's
your
for sure.
your toothpaste and your water. Definitely the foods that you eat as well too.
So there's a couple specific foods that
Okay.
are good for helping to decalcify.
Okay.
So pineapple, fresh
I was gonna say pineapple.
because
Yeah.
it's pineapple, pineal gland, that's where it comes
Come
from,
on, come true.
Because it's shaped like a pine cone, right? Or pine or whatever. So,
Walnuts.
Yeah, I think that's one. The other one I was going to say though is watercress.
Watercress.
Watercress is a good one.
Nice.
Yeah, so for y'all, I don't know if you're decalcify your pineal gland, there you go.
And can you explain to people what decalcify your pineal gland
Yeah,
is?
so decalcify your pineal gland. I think you mentioned it kind of before, but it is an actual gland in your brain, right? As considered like your third eye. What it does is it helps regulate, like I think serotonin and a bunch of different things, like your sleep and all that type of stuff. So pertaining to sleep, that helps you when you sleep. You know, you're dreaming and everything. And if your pineal gland is calcified, that means it's going to make it hard for you to sleep fully. It's going to make it hard for you to dream. And when you're dreaming, you're transferring kind of your state of consciousness.
Yeah.
So all of it's related to your state of consciousness. And your like intuition, all that stuff is kind of connected to the pineal gland.
Yeah.
So if it's calcified, that means you're going to have a harder time with some of those things. So decalcifying, it means it's just the process of removing it, literally like the calcification of it through some of those foods and other things, right?
The fluoride.
Yeah, removing that type of stuff
Yeah.
to get it back to a place where you can help regulate your sleep better and have better dreams and have better memories and have better cognition and intuition. Creativity, all that's kind of related to the thing. So look up the pineal gland if you don't know what it is, but that's kind of what it all relates to, and that's why we try to keep it clean.
Yeah. No, thank you for that. No, it's so true. I posted it in my stories. I know some of you guys watch my stories, and I definitely just posted about that. Kanye made a viral clip a few weeks ago, and I mean, he's done this before. Basically just saying that first of all, our pineal gland is blocked. There's two main things, and he was talking about fluoride in your toothpaste and fluoride in tap water.
Exactly.
And those are two of the most important things to immediately remove from your pineal gland or from your dietary daily regimens. It definitely blocks you from your consciousness. And these people know that, so they sell you toothpaste that has fluoride in it. The water has fluoride in it and stuff. Drink spring water, alkaline water. That will awaken in you, and you'll have a deeper and more connected source energy, more connection to God.
You have an easier time getting connected.
Yeah.
Because it will be decalcified. It's like it won't be as much of a blockage.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to really quantify it, right, as far as
Right.
like what it's going to feel like, because it's going to feel different for everybody.
For sure.
But you, I mean, physically, you should be able to, give it a good couple months or year, depends on how much bad
It
it is.
happens
Right?
quick.
Depending on how bad it is, right, for you. But I mean, you should be able to even your sleep should improve. And like you should be able to get into the deeper sleep. I forget.
Yeah, REM.
Is that? I think not the REM sleep, but it's the other
A
one.
deeper one.
Yeah, I forget when you go into the deep sleep. I forget which one it is. It might be theta. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But people have a hard time getting to the deeper sleep
Yeah.
because of the pineal is calcified. So
Yeah.
I mean that's one way to tell that it's working, right? But
And you get to wake up to who you truly are. You'll realize that you are God. And I know that sounds blasphemous within the religious realm or the Christian realm, which is where I came from originally. That is my foundation, but I'm a more spiritual person now. I have had to unlearn a lot of my Christian beliefs and stuff. And with me becoming more spiritual and getting more into health and wellness and mental health and self-love, me removing those things from my life helped me to see that I am my source. I am both my problem and my answer. And so when you realize that, you can start to identify that I'm also contributing to these problems that I'm having because I have these things in my vibration. I have trauma here, whether it be something I did or my family line that I need to break generational curses with. These type of things, you'll be able to have more consciousness and ability to break those things with you decalcifying your pineal gland.
Yeah, it's part of the process of you just improving your spiritual health, right? And so I mean, I look at it a little bit different. I guess I look at it like we're all creators, right? And we're all, I think that's divine, is to be a creator, because I think everything came from a thought at some point, right?
Yeah.
Everything that exists came from a thought, and I think when you think something and you manifest it, you being a creator, that's like being God, right? That's as close as we in this physical frame can be, to God and being creators, right?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. But then also I feel like, well, not only are we, I feel like we not only are the cause, everything that exists is just our perception.
It is perception,
right?
because there's no good and there's no bad.
Yeah, so it's not that we're contributing to it, is we are the entire cause, and there are outside things that happen to you, right? But your perception is what creates that contention within your own spirit.
Sure.
It's your perception of it and how you interpret those things.
Yeah.
So you can't control what happens to you, but you have 100% control of how you choose to react to it.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of deconstructing yourself if you have bad habits, and if you have a negative outlook on things, then that's what's causing your stress or whatever. It's not the thing that happened, because that may have happened a year ago or 5 years ago,
Exactly.
even yesterday or 5 minutes ago. But the fact that it's in your brain and your perception of it is reinforcing how you want to feel about it,
Yeah.
right? So if you change how you choose to feel about it, you can change how you react to it and change your physical makeup of it, right? Change the way you move forward with it and change your perspective.
Exactly.
And effectively changing your reality, changing your life.
Exactly.
That's
That's the pineal gland in a nutshell, guys.
That's
definitely. No, we could deep dive
We
forever
could.
about these sort of
We could.
topics for sure. But just in a nutshell, that's just something we wanted to bring up, and that's kind of what this podcast is going to be about in short. Just like all types of things, whether it be spirituality, vegan food, holistic approaches to stuff. There's really no right or wrong way to do any of these things. These are just suggestions. Who knows, 5-10 years from now, I don't know where I'm going to be in my journey, but that's the beautiful part of it, is that this is where I'm at right now, and I'm sharing my life journey and experience, and starting this, new podcast and this new space, which is a safe space for my family and my friends to come on and have a good time. So, with that will come some knowledge along with some fun. So, that is Pineal Glands with Justin, aka the Juice Baby. Okay? Well, that wraps up episode 2. Thank you so much, Justin. This was so much fun.
Thank you so much for having me.
Had an amazing time.
Me too.
Plenty of good times, good laughs. Where can the people follow you at? What projects do you have coming up next?
Sure. So I have a men's dress shirt line that's slightly on hiatus right now, but the website is there. It's extraav.com. That's extraave.com. What I'm doing is transforming the men's dress shirt industry by having fly stuff that's not just the regular dress color, regular bland dress colors, but making them really vibrant and making it cool to have dress shirts again, right? So that's extraav.com. Stay on the lookout. It'll be coming back here in the next month or two. Also published a book. It's called Thinking Outside the Boombox, which is a philosophy book. It's a gateway drug to philosophy is what I call it. So if you're new to philosophy, I basically take a lot of ideas and concepts and kind of get you to change your perspective and paradigm. Kind of how we were talking before about changing perspectives and paradigms to help change your reality and kind of uplift folks, right? So the book is out there, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere you can get books online. Again, it's Thinking Outside the Boombox. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Thinking Juice, J-U-S-E. I'm not on there a lot, but that's where I do my music stuff. So when I got some new music dropping, you can catch it there. I do got a project, a special project I'm working on. I would just say that it is hopefully to reframe black women in music. I'm trying to do something major.
He is doing something major. He's amazing.
I'm in the process of it. So depending on when this comes out, it'll probably be still after this comes out. So definitely keep an eye out for that.
So what's the project about, just really quick?
It's about Black women empowerment, but it's from a very sassy, like uplifting, like queen type perspective. So that's the vibe of it. I'm not going to give it too much else because I want it to be a surprise, but definitely looking to do something major and kind of really shift a lot of things as far as perspective that comes to that. Something that hasn't been done. So I'm excited.
Honey, dripping on you, baby. Black honey, dripping on you, baby.
One time, let's go. Say strong, black, proud. I stand proud of the.
So I'm excited for it.
I'm excited too. He's a producer, by the way.
So I do it, yeah. As far as music goes, I mean, I do production. So if you're a talented artist, I'm always looking to network and connect with talented folks. Also, I've done a lot of A&R and just helping people with the music industry. So if you want music industry advice, I got a lot of game. I've managed artists, owned a record label. I was signed as an artist for a while. So I got experience in pretty much everything in the music industry. So that's part of what I do too. But I think ultimately I'm a creative. And like I said, I think all of us should be. To give honor to the talents and these ideas that we have, I just work on manifesting them. So I got a lot of other stuff coming. I'm always doing something different. I don't even think I told you, but I'm probably my next project, maybe by the end of the year, I'm going to start working on like an app, a video game.
Oh, nice! I love it.
Yes.
Full of surprises.
Yeah, so I got a lot of different
Do it
things.
all.
A lot of different things I'm working on. Like I said, this is really, to me, it's an insult if I'm not doing all these things because I have the ideas and I've been given the creativity and the wherewithal to be able to do it. So it's an insult to the universe or the source, whatever created all of this, if I just sit on it and do nothing with it. So
Yeah.
it's my honor to have these projects, be creative, and to be able to give it to the universe.
Dope. You're such a blessing. Very, very happy to have you. And this is going to be a good episode. I already feel it's going to be great. So you have the clothing line, the book, and then you have music coming out. And also, do you tell people about your YouTube channel?
So I mean, yeah, I have it's called The Juice channel, Juse, and I don't do a whole lot on there, but I do music videos and stuff. So you can go there for sure for this project that's coming out. So thank you. Thank you. So you can go there. The video and everything for the project will be there when it's time. So definitely check that out as well.
And your YouTube channel is called The Juice.
Yeah,
So,
The Juice and then channel.
So THEJUSE channel,
Channel. Yeah.
So check him out there.
Yeah.
I have links to all of his wonderful platforms and things coming up listed down below. Thank you so much for being with us. It was so much fun.
No, I had a great time.
I had a great time too.
Thank you.
You'll have to come back. You guys want him to, I know you guys want him to come back. It's good vibe. Well, thank y'all so much for watching. I have Justin's information listed down below. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. And if you have, make sure that you come back for more. Subscribe to Chanel Novosey or head over to You Just Might Like It After Dark, okay? Because it might get a little spicy. We didn't get too crazy. We kept it kind of pretty PG. We went down a rabbit hole quite a bit, but we'll probably come back for another conscious video which gets a little bit more deeper, if you don't mind that.
I'm here for it.
All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.